news, guys. It's so much time to some more of the Lunar show. This episode's called Old Moon Meets Earth in VR Chat. I'm very excited. Alright. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, okay.
So nice.
That wouldn't get that for a second.
So, I don't know. I don't think they seem to care wherever they are. If they're still alive, which I would assume they are and hope for. I don't know at this point. I'm still kind of working through my emotions on that. Alright. Hope the sun's home. Coming in. Alright, inside. Hello.
Burn, you stupid poster!
Ah, that must be the new, or, old, or whatever. I should
Get off my wall!
What is
should
it?
probably go introduce myself, since the last time I tried introducing myself to Old Moon before everything happened, I actually wasn't talking to the right one. Hello? Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Hi. Heard you yelling. You doing alright?
Yeah, sorry, sun's out. Earth, right?
Yep, that's me.
Cool. I'm the original moon.
Yay!
Yay! Players get up to 1,000
Alright, hold
dollars
on.
back.
Alright. Yeah. Well, at least Moon is trying to change, though, except Moon still has a big temper.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, sorry for the yelling. This stupid poster won't come off.
Not a fan of The Flash?
No, it sucks after like season 4.
I see. I've never watched it, so,
It's an educational tale on how to tell a good story. AKA, don't follow what they did.
Oh, okay. I see.
I don't... yeah, hi. I didn't expect to meet you this soon. Honestly.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were staying here, but now that I think about it, that makes sense that you'd be here.
Yeah, Sun filled me in on a bunch of stuff yesterday and then brought me here.
Yeah.
Cats had a rebellion. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't really know where to start here. This feels awkward.
I try not for it to be awkward. I'm very aware you're not the moon that, attacked me and said hurtful things. And I'm
Yes, but also I'm well aware that this same visage is the one that maimed you.
I will also say I'm kind of used to dealing with people who have the same face but different personalities. Like, for example, Solar and Eclipse, they kind of look similar, but they have their differences, and you have your differences.
I don't know who Solar is.
That's,
Nice clips.
well, you'll be meeting them soon once, Eclipse deals with that.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I believe we were going to meet before. Sun introduced me to you.
I remember hearing your name. I remember Creator had mentioned it.
Yeah, well, when me and Sun came back from that temple place, the ruins,
Right, the magic pool of mine.
yeah, I was introduced to you, but I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to Kill Code,
Right.
who was pretending to be you.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I've
Yeah.
never
Okay, wait, so
spoken to
they did skip over the lead episode? Okay.
If Sun thinks we have,
He wasn't full. Well, he was pretending to be me.
at least to Sun.
At that point, I was already kind of gone.
So I've never really met you. But
Yeah.
I believe, but what I'm trying to say is I think Sun thinks we have met because we at least had one hello, so.
Yeah, that'd make more sense as to why he was saying we did meet.
Kilco did ask that I not tell Sun that you were gone at that time, so I respected that. I didn't want to put that on his plate when Sun was already dealing with so much.
Right.
I feel like now would be, and then it honestly slipped my mind, so I feel bad not telling
Yeah,
you.
bringing that up now might be
A bad idea.
yeah, bad idea.
And also kind of pointless since you're here.
True. Well, I've been saying it was probably technically pointless for me to sacrifice myself to begin with, since Casey died.
Yeah.
Yeah, suppose so.
Kind of retroactively eliminated the entire purpose of my sacrifice.
Well, I mean, you gave him a chance to kind of do stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I did, and from what I've heard, he did some good.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He was a good person.
So, it was worth it. I also heard that the other me said some rude things to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't just rude.
I'll be honest.
They were like the most hateful things.
My relationship with that moon was we were close. We talked a lot. Not like how me and Sun would talk. Me and Sun, we watch shows together and hang out a lot. Moon and I, we would just sit and talk about stuff, you know, like. So he knew a lot of
I know
stuff.
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not him, but same body, kind of.
And that's probably a good thing.
For the moment, yes.
But I'd like to get to know you.
Of course, yeah.
You're my sister, after all.
Yeah, I think we should get to know each other.
You want to go downstairs and sit?
Oh yeah, we could probably do that. We don't have to be standing awkwardly, talking. Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Also, is it just me, or I kind of did notice this like a little bit, but hasn't like Earth's voice changed like as she's gotten new bodies or whatever,
Oh my. Okay. You
or
want
is
Yeah,
it just
you're-
me?
You're really tall.
Yeah. I can shrink myself. It's just
You're
I like
flipping
being
through.
tall. kind of my whole thing. I
Wow.
was built to be tall. You want to go stand over, like sit over here, like the dining area or something, or like.
Yeah, we can.
There we go. This is good.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I guess just start with. I guess we'll just start with basic introductions, aside from our names.
Yeah. That'd be good.
As always.
You already know I'm the original Moon.
I've heard a lot about you.
Yep. I've
Yeah.
been gone for a little over a year at this point. Had a lot of headaches the other day because I had to get filled in on everything in a year.
Also, didn't I say like that I guess that like the original Moon was gonna come back at some point? Didn't I say that? Or am I just remembering things wrong?
But I am the tech guy.
Yep.
I'm the one that builds things. I'm pretty sure the other me was still that to a point.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a whole thing. We talked about me and. So let me ask before I go into that. Are you like the same person? If I were to like tell you stuff they told me, I mean, I value confidentiality. If someone tells me stuff, even if they wrong me, so like.
I have no memories of him.
Okay, so I'll just keep it to myself. But
It's up to you.
I mean, yeah, it's true. But what I will say is that he did struggle with being you.
Yeah.
So like, that was a whole conversation. That
Yeah. Basically, Nexus. Before like his new name, Nexus. Or it was, I would say, New Moon at this point. He didn't want to become Old Moon, but now he kind of has, except worse.
talking to you, and like, you know, it's crazy that we're here right now doing that.
Yeah, I probably didn't help with his whole comparison to me thing.
Well,
I said some things when he went into my head that
oh yeah,
probably
you
weren't
told
the
me about
best.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I was angry, and also that was still very, from my perspective, fresh from when I had sacrificed myself.
Well, yeah, I mean, were you like stuck, like, it's like, oh, like reliving that, or like, what
So,
was happening?
wasn't
with
reliving it.
that? Okay, good.
So imagine if we were outside over in like the hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting in the hot tub looking out at the ocean, and that's it. I wasn't thinking about anything. I wasn't like actively able to do anything. I was just looking at a sunset. Next thing I knew, another version of me's behind me.
Oh. That's kind of messed up.
I had mild, very, very mild awareness of things going on outside.
Yeah,
Just like-
that must suck being in your own head. I mean, Moon has experienced that before. He pretty much relived that. Except it was for a year this time instead of a month.
Weird senses
Mm-hmm.
that maybe something was wrong, or I was anxious, or emotional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monty showed up, and I was told that he was hurting you guys.
Yeah.
Well, not physically, more emotionally.
And I got
Or
pretty
verbally.
mad pretty quick. When I told him the things of sacrifice yourself if you need to keep them happy, again, it was still fresh for me of what I had done.
Mm-hmm.
It still was wrong. But I don't know. I knew I made Sun unhappy plenty of times.
Yeah.
And there was probably definitely a couple of times Lunar was in a similar state. I mean,
Yeah,
he was stuck
definitely.
in my head and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being abused by
And I didn't even
clips.
get to know you. So I wanted the new me to sacrifice himself. To do everything he could to keep our family happy.
Yeah, because you couldn't do it. Is that what we're getting at?
Less that I couldn't do it, more that I didn't.
Ah, I see. Okay, I'm following you
And I plan to rectify that. I've already told Son that I'm not going to hide things from him. I'm not going to give orders.
If you need help talking with him, you know, I would like to help with that. You know, I know
That'd
it's hard to not
probably be
go.
great.
Yeah, it's hard to go from not communicating to communicating. So, you know.
It's still really awkward talking with him right now.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, I bet. I mean, talking to like an old friend like that you haven't seen in years, it can get awkward. Or, I don't know, for like a long time without speaking to your old friend. Things, like I said, they can get a little bit awkward. You know, because like you haven't seen them in so long, and you and your old friend are like new people at that point, you know? Yeah.
Honestly, I think after everything we've all been through, I guess maybe we're all just kind of like, when will it end? The weird stuff that happens to us, but you know.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Things have always kind of been weird, from my perspective at least.
Yeah.
Yes, but when I woke up, all I did was take care of.
Take care of what? Hold on. Give me a second. Alright, there we go.
Our dad, and
Ugh, term dad for him is so gross.
Yeah.
I've been trying to distance myself from it, but that's a whole other thing. But I took care of him, and I was set out to go find you guys, and I helped Sun, and I helped you, or the other you, then I helped Lunar.
I'm sorry,
You know-
wait. You took care of him? How? He was a giant brain.
I assisted with projects. I would, get him in his pajamas. He does have pajamas.
What? Excuse me? How does a giant brain have pajamas? Well, that seems like his little robot form. Then maybe, but other than that, how does a big brain have pajamas?
They're like little tube socks.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
not me
my
judging
life.
you. That's me judging
I-
him. That's weird.
Well, he liked having fuzzy pajama stuff around his tendrils. So I'm like, yeah,
Mm,
it's my.
Why does it sound so gross?
He can't put them on himself.
that's an uncomfortable thought.
Ugh.
I would see it all the time. Now that I think about it, a lot of not that, but just a lot of stuff is kind of weird about back then.
Well, the creator is just weird.
Yeah.
Well, because he was telling
He's
me.
also just a flaming.
Yeah, I guess. Because
Sorry, that's not me trying to project.
no, I get it. I don't know if you know, but I had a whole thing where I found out because he would tell me how much he loved me, that I was his little daughter, and all that stuff. It was a lie. He didn't really mean any of it. But he did mean that I'm like his best creation, which we're like one of the best for the daycare stuff. So.
Right.
Not to brag about it, just pointing out that, just kind of like, that happened, and then, I watched Eclipse blow up, then,
Yeah, I heard that mentioned. So Lunar
Yeah.
blew him up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he blew up with star power, because he's part star, I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's weird.
And then, I've been confiding in Moon this whole time about my insecurities and stuff because, that's what you do with family. I confide in him.
Right.
And I don't know what happened, but we offered him help because he was struggling and he kind of threw a few of my insecurities in my face. So I'm like, I'm not going to forgive you for that, and that didn't mean I was going to disown him or anything. It's just like, you're my brother, but
It hurt.
I think our relationships are going to be different from now on. I'm not going to confide in you, and I honestly don't want you to confide in me anymore because, I don't feel like we're close anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then he's going to, I get kidnapped. By the way, I've been kidnapped at this point 3 different times.
Heard that mentioned briefly as well.
Yeah, so I'm kidnapped for the 3rd time by Blood Moon and Ruin, and I think my brother is here to save me, and he's like, no, I'm not here to save you. In fact, I don't really care if you die or not, because that's collateral damage. I already said sorry for it. And I'm like, you can't just untie me and, fix me so I'm not paralyzed anymore, because I'm paralyzed at this point and chained to a wall. And even Ruin was like, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is messed up on so many levels. Well, okay, there's gotta be a way we can get Nexus's, I guess, memories, I guess you can say, before he was before he turned the Nexus, or changed his name to Nexus. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and I might as well show you the drawing on screen of what I think Nexus's new body is gonna look like. I mean, I did a drawing video and did post to my community tab, but for those who haven't seen those, on the screen. So, yeah.
I don't know. I at that point, I don't think he doesn't care about me, so I don't want to
Stopped
care
caring
about him.
at that point.
But it's kind of hard to not care about him because
Right.
I knew him, but I think something changed, and
Yeah, definitely
I
something.
didn't see it change because I wasn't told about any change. You know what I mean? I can't help
Yeah.
anybody if they don't tell me about it. So
No, exactly. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry,
I'm aware that that's the reason, me and Son have a lot of problems, so I didn't talk to him enough.
That's why I've been pushing for communication, and I admit, sometimes I'm a hypocrite. Sometimes I don't communicate things. Like, for example,
There's
didn't
things that
communicate-
people want to keep quiet. That's always
Yeah.
I kept me being friends with Eclipse quiet from Lunar and Sun because I didn't want to hurt their feelings, because Lunar was traumatized by Eclipse and killed by a version of Eclipse. This isn't the same version, and
Right.
he is different. And it's kind of, I was kind of grappling with my own emotions. Like, am I really friends with the guy who blew up Lunar? But at the same time, Lunar
Right.
blew him up, so, like, what do I do? And then I know he hurt Sun,
Yeah.
and, like, all that stuff that happened. So I
Yeah.
just didn't want to bring it up and, like, hurt them when my friendship with him is so different and separate from my relationship with them. So,
Right.
but, I'm trying to be more communicative.
I mean-
I'm not perfect.
I mean, hey, I also don't like Eclipse. And
Yeah,
that
I mean, that's
has its own
reasonable.
reasons. Again, I also woke up, met this new one,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
don't like him. I don't want to talk to him, truthfully.
That's fair. You
But-
don't have to.
Yeah, and but you being friends with him, he hasn't hurt you, so whatever.
Yeah, no, he hasn't hurt me, and honestly, he was one of the people who noticed that Moon was acting weird. Like, he
Yeah.
brought it to my attention, and I brought it up to Sun and Lunar.
Yeah, he'd know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Okay.
he honestly thought I could talk sense to Moon, and was surprised when I couldn't, because Moon was a lost cause at that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, aside from all of that, aside from me, by the way, sorry for just dumping all that on you,
You're fine.
I do look forward to getting to know you better, because this, I think, is a nice fresh slate for me and for you. Honestly.
Yeah. I guess on a lighter topic.
Yeah.
What are your hobbies?
I like knitting, crocheting, baking, cooking, arts and crafts.
Crocheting. Okay, what is crocheting? Yeah, I don't really know what crocheting is, because that's something I don't usually hear. Let's see. Oh. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming it's similar to knitting. Okay.
I'm getting into doll collecting, puzzles. I like puzzles. I like
love puzzles.
embroidery. Oh, puzzles. We can do puzzles together.
Ooh.
I've also been interested in like knitting and stuff.
Oh.
Really? Huh? That's
Yeah,
really cool.
I mean,
It was something that
I guess I could see Moon doing something like in any AU. I could just see Moon like knitting. Yeah.
had a mild interest before. I just like making stuff. That's the reason I'm such the science guy.
Yeah.
Moon, drop the science guy. Moon. Oh, that's a reference to Bill Nye the Science Guy, for those who don't know. I love watching Bill Nye the Science Guy. I mean, who doesn't?
That's why I made the portal and stuff, because I was able to go to other places and see the weird things that exist in other dimensions.
Oh yeah, you should
And
have
then
seen
that
Sun
portal
turn to a
caused-
dragon.
The tremendous amounts of problems.
Yeah, I think, well, me and Solar had like a knitting circle, aka knitting line, because we didn't have anybody to knit with us, but,
Right.
when he comes back, if he's the same, and if he's still interested in knitting, maybe we could do a knitting triangle.
That'd be nice.
Get it? Because there'd be like 3 of us, and that would make
Right.
a triangle.
No, I get it. That's pretty funny.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Cool.
Yeah, no, I'd like that.
Yeah, I
Cool.
like that too.
This still feels a little awkward.
It does, especially because I don't know how to segue to the next thing. So you know what I might do? I might get started on lunch. Do you want anything to eat?
That's the thing that I forgot, apparently, that I did, is I do eat.
Yeah, you do eat.
I mainly eat metal, but I haven't tried actual food yet.
You eat metal?
I eat bolts.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I used to, but I've had a...
What? Okay. Moon, the last thing you want to do is tell Earth that you eat bolts, because that, to her, probably just sounds dirty.
craving for food, and Sun said that I did eat bolts before, but
Yeah.
I tried doing that, and that didn't work. So, let's try real food.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you,
Because
you
I've
want-
kind of just been sitting here hungry for the last, 24 hours.
Oh.
You didn't like make a bowl of cereal or anything, or did you want like a
I'll
nice
be honest,
first meal?
I don't know how to cook.
Oh, you don't know how to pour cereal in a bowl?
Moon, you know how to make all this tech, but yet you don't know how to cook food? Even I know how to cook food, and I'm 16. I've been knowing how to cook since I was 7, probably. At least that, since I was young. I learned how to cook at a young age. At least basic things, like using the microwave, all that stuff. And making eggs, And making a grilled cheese.
Is it weird to say I don't know how to eat that stuff?
Fair enough. Would you like a nice, let's get you started on something simple. I'll make you a grilled cheese.
Ooh.
Sure.
Do you like cheese? I mean, you know what? You don't know. So I'll
I
grill you
don't
a
know
cheese.
what I like.
We'll start small with grilled cheese, and then eventually I'll work us up to a steak. Because, a steak
Ooh.
would require a knife, and a sandwich you just hold in your hands and eat with your mouth. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
Moon, how do you not know how to eat? You know how to do the basic things. Also, I do have a question though. If he can eat, where does that food go? That's what I'm saying. Does Moon have intestines or what?
okay, let's start on
I'm
grilled
fine,
cheese.
Do you got any shows and stuff you prefer?
Oh, I'm thinking,
Louis?
I don't know. You pick. I'm just gonna, do whatever.
What about Barbie?
Yeah, I'm cool with Barbie.
Alright.
Wait.
I'll pull up.
This Moon's still like Barbie. No matter what version he is, he always will be into Barbie. Alright.
I remember watching Princess and the Pauper once.
Did you like Princess and the Pauper?
It was pretty good.
I'm gonna hug you. Is that okay?
Sure. I'm not very used to it, but
Okay.
We're gonna watch Princess and the Pauper.
yeah, sure. I'll be up in the game room, I think is what someone called it.
I'll quickly grill you a cheese.
Okay.
Alright.
He's gonna put a slice of cheese on the grill. I don't know what grilled cheese is.
Moon, you're just clueless now. Man. I think Moon forgot how the moon, or forgot how to eat, or whatever. How do you not know how to eat? Every human being knows how to eat. Everybody knows how to eat. Dogs, cats, humans, possibly robots. Everyone should know how to eat. I mean, it would be a different story if you didn't have arms or whatever. Then that would be fair. But you have hands, Moon. You have arms and you have hands. Anyways, that's it for today's video. So hit subscribe and hit bell to go stay on. Come on and see some more of the Lunar Nursery Express in the next video. Adios, superstars.